Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Evan Roberts here with video number 2 in the 3 mistakes that you're doing to cause your child to suffer in school. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So growing up, one of my favorite martial arts artists and characters was Bruce Lee. Absolutely loved watching his movies, Fist of Fury, Enter the Dragon. I can remember actually acting out a lot of those scenes with my brothers in our living room, much to the dismay of my mom. And it was so exciting, man. When I found out that he was actually playing in the role of Kato on the Green Hornet, that took it to a whole nother level because I was one of those kids. I love collecting comic books. So seeing him in different roles was really, really amazing. One of his most important quotes that he mentioned was that goals are not always meant to be reached. Sometimes a goal is there to give us something to aim for. What I'd add to Bruce Lee's quote is that what I know is that if you're not aiming for something, you definitely are not going to hit the target. All right. This has a lot to do with school success and students and children succeeding or suffering in school, because one of the biggest mistakes, the second mistake that you're making, is that you don't set academic goals with your child. So here in my office, I have pictures, framed pictures of my high school diploma, my undergrad diploma, my master's diploma. And I have those framed, not necessarily for me, but because I wanted my son to have an example of some goals that I had set for myself and the progression that those goals basically had to take place in order for me to achieve what I wanted to achieve. And it's so important that we sit down and we set goals with our children because, like Bruce Lee said, it's about giving them something to aim at, right? It's about giving them a target, right? Something that they can focus on. So when you think about your own child, it starts out early, right? It's simple. It's as simple as, can you count to 5? Can you count to 10? Right? Can you recite your alphabet? Right? Do you recognize the different types of colors or shapes? And as they progress, right, then those questions become a little bit more challenging, right? We graduate up, right? Can you count to, 100 using 5s and 10s? Can you name a lot of places, or how many places can you name that begin with the letter I? And how many types of colors make up the primary colors, and how many types of colors make up our secondary colors, right? Or what types of shapes have curved lines and what types of shapes have straight lines. Now, if your child is still working toward these goals, what you can say is, okay, by the time you get to, whatever grade or next week or whatever time frame you set, I want you to be able to count to 100 by 5s and 10s, or I want you to be able to recite your alphabet before you enter, pre-K or whatever the case may be. And I know I can hear it already. People are saying, children are, individuals. They develop at their own pace, and not everybody's at the same exact, on the same exact developmental schedule. And you're right about that. But again, it goes back to the point that Bruce Lee mentioned earlier. Whether or not your child hits that goal within that particular time frame that you've identified is secondary to the main point, which is you've taught them the importance of having a goal that's academic in nature and how to progress toward that goal, to focus on it and to work toward that actual goal. That's the thing that we want our young people to understand. And I really can't stress this enough. It doesn't stop just in the early years, right? So primary, elementary, middle school, high school, and even beyond, you're making a mistake if you are not helping your child to set these academic goals. One of my favorite inspirational teachers is Les Brown, and he has a famous quote. He says, "It's not that we aim too high and miss, it's that we aim too low and hit." And I can tell you, I can assure you that if you are not helping your child to set academic goals, you are aiming low. And unfortunately, when you hit, it's going to be somewhere way down the line or down the road, and it's going to have a devastating effect on their academic performance. All right, everyone. So again, this is mistake number 2, not setting academic goals with your child. If you got some good content from this video, please go ahead and like the video. Please drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the thoughts that I'm sharing with you. Also, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell because I want you to be able to be ready to listen to video number 3 in the series, the last video where we talk about the third mistake that you're making to cause your child to suffer in school. This one is the granddaddy of them all. And this is the mistake that leads to countless children failing or underperforming in school year after year after year. So you definitely want to make sure you tune in for that video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.